For today's headlines, debate forges on with 4 bets. Get vaxed, new strain in town. Kerwin takes back statement against Leila. Marawi compensation to restore city. NGCP guarantee on power sought. Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas sanctions hacked BDO and UBP. Kai joins NBA draft. One COVID case prompts test of 5.6 million. Good morning, I am Venice Bautista and this is Tribune News on Q. Today is April 29, 2022 and these are the latest news of this Friday morning. While the Commission on Elections remained adamant about proceeding with a panel interview of the presidential candidates despite likely a thin attendance of 4 aspirants, Presidential Survey's frontrunner Bongbong Marcos said he is waiving the invitation to the forum. COMELEC deferred for a week the conduct of the erstwhile debate after a controversy over unpaid bills on the venue of the previous event. Bongbong has chosen not to participate, and in a statement, his spokesperson Vic Rodriguez announced that the former senator decided not to attend the presidential panel interview and opted to continue with his scheduled campaign activities. COMELEC has decided to shift from a live interview to taped interviews to be aired from May 2 to 6 due to financial issues between COMELEC's debate contractor Impact Hub Manila and the supposed debates venue. The poll body has partnered with the Kapisanan ng Mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas or KBP for the event. His running mate, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte Carpio, also refused to join the COMELEC's vice presidential debate. Be vigilant and get COVID-19 booster shots as the BA.2.12 subvariant of Omicron, which just landed in some 2.5 times more transmissible than the original variant, the Department of Health said. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergire cited initial studies of health experts abroad suggesting the sublineage of Omicron's capability to spread faster, although it was not found to be as severe as the original. Vergire said in an interview with CNN Philippines that experts are saying, based on science, this is 2.5 times more transmissible than the original Omicron variant. Though she added that they have found based on their experience that this does not cause much severe infections compared to the original Omicron. On Wednesday, the Health Department confirmed the first case of BA.2.12 subvariant of Omicron in the country. The first case was that of a 52-year-old Finnish female who arrived in the Philippines on April 2. Self-confessed drug lord Kerwin Espinosa recanted his sworn statements implicating Senator Leila de Lima in illegal drug trade activities inside the New Bilibid Prisons or NBP during her term as Secretary of the Department of Justice. Espinosa made the retraction following the filing of drug trafficking charges against him by the National Bureau of Investigation or NBI before the Department of Justice National Prosecution Office last March 2022 after he was removed from the Witness Protection Program due to several infractions. Espinosa claimed the NBI filed the case to pressure him to cooperate and affirm in various courts his testimony given during these Senate hearings. He has denied any dealings with De Lima and claimed he was only threatened to implicate her in the illegal drug trade activities inside the NBP. The DOJ belittled Espinosa's recantation, saying it would not have any bearing on the prosecution of De Lima for her alleged involvement in the illegal drug trade since he was not used as witness by the prosecution. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
108 iboto. PG Party List, boses natin sa Kongreso. PG Party List, kasangga mo. Balot 108 iboto. PG Party List, basic good. Atin to, pagkaisa ng maling ang mga hinaing. Young and active leaders sa Kongreso ang boses natin. Tandaan ang iboto, balota 108. Civilian realize the projects we dreamed of. PG Party List, vote 108 na. PG Party List, kasangga mo. Balot 108 iboto. PG Party List, boses natin sa Kongreso. PG Party List, kasangga mo. Balot 108 iboto. PG Party List, basic good. Atin to. PG Party List, atin to.
Si Harry Roque pinaglaban ng karapatang Pilipinong mangisda sa sariling karagatan. Malaking tulong po na ibigay niya po sa akin.
Sa mga walang boses sa lipunan, si Harry Roque ang spokesman ng bayan. Attorney Harry Roque sa Senado, number 54 sa balota.
Kami minahirapan ng mga sundalong Hapon. Si Harry Roque, pinaglabang kami.
Sa mga walang boses sa lipunan, si Harry Roque ang spokesman ng bayan. Attorney Harry Roque sa Senado, number 54 sa balota.
Magandang araw mga katribu! Narito na ang mga makakasama nyo tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Roy Pelevelo, Atty. Leila Badillo Crisostomo, Vernon Velasco, Kim Sancha at Chert Balagtas. Abangan ang programang Gising Na sa Facebook page ng Daily Tribune.
Ilabas na ang mainit na kape at samahan kami sa inyong pag-almusal, mga katribo.
Simulan natin ang bawat umaga with good vibes sa mga informative and recreational segments ng aming programa.
Maaari niyo rin ibahagi sa amin ang inyong opinion via Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now sa YouTube.
Makichika na rin sa latest showbiz happenings, mga katribo.
Kaya naman, magsama-sama po tayo sa
Gising Na!
Ang Daily Tribune may digital shows na din. Dahil sa mas lumalaki at mas lumalakas nating tribu, handog sa inyo ng Daily Tribune ang mga programang magbibigay
We're back on Tribune News on Q. Speaker Lord Alan Velasco yesterday called on the next set of leaders to ensure the Marawi Compensation Act will be properly enforced for the full recovery of war-torn Marawi City. Velasco made the call after President Rodrigo Duterte signed into law Republic Act 11696, or the Marawi Siege Compensation Act of 2022. The law, which was a priority legislation of the 18th Congress, is designed to help residents of Marawi City to rebuild their lives and pave the way for their city's full recovery. RA 11696, signed into law on April 13, provides for the creation of the Marawi Compensation Board, or MCB, headed by a chairperson and 8 members. Under the law, the MCB will facilitate the tax-free payment or reparations to qualified claimants who lost residential and commercial properties due to the Marawi siege. The award of monetary compensation will take effect within 30 days after the MCB has approved with finality each eligible claim. Elections are a few days away and all hands are on deck to secure sufficient power supply throughout the country. However, the Philippine Independent Power Producers Association Incorporated, or PIPA, reiterated on Thursday that the National Grid Corporation of the Philippines, or NGCP, as system operator, must guarantee sufficient ancillary supply or reserve. PIPA said in a statement that they reiterate their request for the system operator to have sufficient contracted ancillary reserves because this is necessary to support the transmission capacity and energy from resources to loads as mandated by the Department of Energy. Their members have accelerated maintenance schedules of their power plants in anticipation of this event, and they are committed to follow the grid operating and maintenance program. The group also said the NGCP should expedite the long-delayed Mindanao-Visayas interconnection project. According to industry estimates, there is more than 1,000 megawatts of stranded capacity in Luzon, particularly in Bataan and Pagbilao, due to transmission lines limitations. Meanwhile, Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP has approved sanctions against major institutions BDO Unibank Incorporated and Union Bank of the Philippines or UBP over hacking incidents that affected depositors last December. In a statement, BSP said it has concluded its investigation into the unauthorized access of accounts with BDO and fund transfers mostly to accounts with UBP. The BSP said, based on the results of the investigation, the Monetary Board or MB approved the imposition of sanctions on BDO and UBP to ensure that both banks will swiftly address the issues. BSP Governor Benjamin Jokno highlighted that this incident is a reminder that they should continue to enhance our defenses against cyber threat actors to protect the integrity of the financial system and the interests of depositors. A UBP statement said they are one with the BSP in pushing for stronger measures from banks against such fraudulent activities towards creating a more secure digital financial environment for all. Tribune News on Q will be back. Stay with us.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Oh, vaccination, isolation. Gotta keep up with my nutrition. Gotta maintain my body condition. Then I can take my vaccination. What do I choose? What do I take? As long as it is not a fake. AstraZeneca, Moderna, BioNTech, even Sinovac, okay na. Pababakuna ka ba? 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 Vaccination for the nation, no more isolation. With vaccination, pababakuna ka ba? 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 Paturok, paturok, paturok.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM. Mga katribu, tara na't makiisa at matuto sa mga public service programs hatid ng Kalingang Katribu. Tuwing Lunes, nandyan ang usapang business na magbibigay tips at inspirasyon sa mga aspiring entrepreneurs kasama si Vernon Velasco. Tuwing Miyerkules, usapang pangkalusugan naman ang tatalakayin ni Miss Cory Quirino sa Health and Wellness. At tuwing Biyernes naman, kung legal advice ang kailangan mo, sagot ka na ng Legal Diaries kasama si Elmer Navarro Manuel at mga guest.
You are still watching Tribune News on Q. Kai Soto's bid to become the first full-blooded Filipino in the National Basketball Association, or NBA, got a major boost after he declared his availability for the 2022 NBA Annual Rookie Draft this June. In a social media post, the 19-year-old Soto expressed gratitude to the people who are supporting his journey before formally declaring that he is throwing his name into the NBA draft. He will be part of the gigantic draft pool composed of 283 hopefuls with 36 international players. In other news, the Chinese megacity of Guangzhou canceled hundreds of flights Thursday and launched mass testing of 5.6 million people after one suspected COVID case as the battle to contain the coronavirus sweeps across the country. China is facing its worst outbreak since the peak of the first wave in early 2020, with eastern Shanghai recording dozens of daily deaths and the capital Beijing sealing off whole neighborhoods where handfuls of cases have been detected. Under its zero-COVID policy, China has used lockdowns, mass testing, and travel restrictions to stamp out infections. The strategy is under strain, with the highly transmissible Omicron variant punching through health protocols. Rolling virus restrictions, including a weeks-long lockdown of virtually all of Shanghai's 26 million residents, have damaged the economy, causing backlogs at the world's busiest container port, a key node in the global supply chain. And that wraps up the stories this morning, but before we go, we would like to thank the following: SM Store, Araneta City, Department of Tourism, MG Motors, Hina Motors, Security Bank, Empire Eastland Holdings Incorporated, and Overseas Community Affairs Council Member Alan Lin of Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Venice Bautista on Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tarsito are available on our community Viber.